Hello everybody and welcome back here to the Gillette Cup Series. We are already here in race number 4. After 3 events, Joshua Jones, stereo points leader, 9 points over Grayson Acevedo. I was saying it wrong. Or Acevedo, my bad. Who is starting 4th today. And then Jesse Turner, I'm not really sure what he's starting, but he's down to 4th in points. But Matthew Brown's going to be starting on pole. I believe this is going to be Matthew Brown's first career pole, and it is, because it is his first season. So Matthew Brown starting on pole next to his owner and driver, Joshua Jones, your Atlanta winner 2 weeks ago. My bad. Yep, he's got a pole now. Yep. Joshua Jones. Colin Lindsay, who comes in here 41st in points, looking for a good day. And the 20 of Grayson Acevedo, and John Arndt rounds out your top 5. John Arndt and Colin Lindsay both talking about how they need good runs this weekend here. They are 41st, 42nd. If they want to try to get in this chase, when now they're the only ones over 80 points out, and so they really need a good run here. The rest of their teams have been running great. John Arndt, J Racing, and Dodge Motorsports. The other 2 drivers in each team are actually running really good compared to them. So Miles Jones starting 6th, Anthony Corby, Patrick Gill 7th and 8th, Chris Dodd and Cody Smart rounds out your top 10. Here's the rest of your field real quick. Here's Jesse Turner. And of course at Martinsville, you know you want the inside. Joseph Romanok and Tyler Markle rounds out your field. Of course, you know you want the inside here at Martinsville. Get the passing. If you didn't see where you qualified, here you go. Here you go. Yeah, right there you can see. Alright. But let's get going. Drivers, start your engines. And there's the command. Hopefully y'all heard it. It was given by a special Carson Scott in the booth. Wow. Alright, cars are rolling off. We will be back soon. So here they come. Matthew Brown in the 10, starting on pole next to his teammate Joshua Jones. Joshua has already won once. Grayson Acevedo starting 4th has already won once. And Matthew Brown, he is somewhere in the points. He's 10th in points. And they see the green flag. And green flag's out here at Martinsville. And Matthew Brown will lead lap 1 easily. Like I said, this race, we won't see much passing. You'll see the most passing on the start of the race. As you see Anthony Corby drive on the inside right there of John Arndt. John started on that inside. The inside's where you want to be, and now he's stuck on the outside as Joshua Jones is able to get on that inside where he needs to be. But as I was saying, a lot of passing will happen here at the start or after a restart. But mainly, strategy is going to come into play. Not sure how many laps they can go. Not sure how many times they'll pit. As you see, Colin Lindsay now up to 2nd. Joshua Jones 3rd. And a fight for 4th is Anthony Corby and the 05 of John Arndt with Chris Dodd behind them. And now John Arndt can sneak in here in the inside. And Chris Dodd's going to be on the inside of him. And John might lose another position now. We know short tempers can be here at Martinsville. We might see a wreck. We might not. I'm not actually sure. I think this is the first time using this track, but yeah. You see Grayson Acevedo back here with the 27 of Brandon Bent, or Acevedo, racing for 7th as Grayson was started 4th and now is starting to slip back as Keith Batson and Bobby Fraser round out your top 10. Trying to make their way up to the front as we're now single file through the whole first couple cars all the way back to 9th place, I believe. 8th place, this is Grayson Acevedo, I think, and Keith Batson going on the inside. Miles Jones has fallen back some since the start. So we look back through your field. Colin Lindsay now still 2nd. So your top 5 has been the same. Chris Dodd up here And then we got a battle right here for ninth place. Bobby Fraser trying to move up in front of last week's winner at Las Vegas. Still has no sponsor. Still looking for a sponsor after that win. And I'm not sure. Okay, so in last right now is the 24 of Alexander Russell. I was seeing how fast maybe if they were going to catch them soon. About 10 seconds. So actually they might catch them soon. Maybe 10, 20 laps, 10, 15 laps. As we look, the next battle on track is Patrick Gill back here. Whoops. Patrick Gill, who is racing. He is the 46 car. Oh, he's back even more. My bad. Oh, this is fastest lap. Patrick Gill, who's back here racing for 16th right now with J Day. He's stuck on the outside, falling back. Here comes the 88 of Ryan Madden trying to get under Patrick and gain a position. Patrick's fighting back on this outside, though, around J Day in the 17. And we go back up front. Nothing's changed up here. Joshua still running down Colin, who's running down Matthew Brown. And there we see they're about on the same straightaway. Last place, Zachary Fitzwater, that is. Matthew Brown. Zachary going into one here. As Matthew Brown's right there. Yeah, so not too big of a gap. Carson Scott battling with Zachary Fitzwater in the back. Colin Lindsay has closed in, though, on the 10 car. Just some updates. So next week we're going to be going to Boston for the first time ever in the Cup Series, and that's a really fun racetrack I found. And it's about a mile, but you have a lot of passing. It works kind of like a speedway, not super speedway, so it's not too much bunching, but yeah, it's going to be a real fun race. And then we're going to Chicago, so another mile and a half. Texas, another mile and a half. So the next 3 races we'll have a short track, then 2 mile and a halves, and then we're going to be at Indy, which is a 2.5 mile track, and then Infineon, which is Sonoma, and Talladega. So these first 10 races coming by fast. We're already on race 4 here, and they are catching the 25 Carson, who's in last now, as Colin Lindsay's still second, and we will see pit stops. So strategy is going to come into play a lot here. As we look, where's the next battle? Right here, it looks like Matt Johnson, one of the dual winners from earlier this season, is battling with Kathleen Tellier on the outside. This is all the way back on the 27th position. Tyler Merkel, who started last, has worked his way up to 29th. Jesse Turner is actually back here. So a lot of driver, and now it looks like Phillips getting passed by Carson for the last position. And they're catching them fast, so pit strategy and lap cars might come into play here. As Chris Dodd jumps to the outside, it looks like he got a little loose, and maybe Brandon Bent now could be making his way up. Couldn't capitalize there, but Brandon Bent running 7th. Matthew Brown, we did note he was 10th in the points coming in. He's actually tied for all the way in 8th. William Brock, Chris Dodd, and Matthew Brown all 22 points back. I thought caution was out for a reason, but it's not, though. So that is, so he's really looking for a good run. Colin Lindsay, of course, 41st, has wrecked every race. He's the only driver besides John Arndt to have 3 DNFs already out of the 3 races. And they are catching. If we go on board with a 10 real quick, some render glitches, but it looks like here we're on board with Colin, but if we're with Brown, you can see the back of the field right up there, as we're about 6 laps now from halfway. So it's only going to take about halfway through. And look at Joshua Jones get a little loose there. Could Anthony Court? I thought Anthony might have tried to take advantage of that last time we came to Martinsville. I know in the spring race it was Philip Goldberg, and it was Cody Hagan who won last time we came here. Cody is not in the series, and Philip is running in the back. He didn't have a good run when we came here last fall, and he is running dead last right now, as they're now on the same turn almost. Yeah, so your top 5 still the same. John Arndt running 5th. Grayson Acevedo now, and Keith Batson's wide. This is gonna let Bobby Fraser get on the inside of him, and I don't think Bobby's going to have the run there, and Keith's going to be able to keep the 8th position. And we still haven't seen pit stops. We're so it looks like, I think they're trying to go halfway before they hit pit road, which will be interesting. So maybe a one-stop race. And we've yet to see any cautions or nothing yet. So all green flag racing here already on lap 24. So about halfway. There they are. The 21 and the 25 racing for last, Joe Carson Scott and Philip Goldberg. Philip has won here before, but not having the run he would love to have. Philip comes in here. My bad, I'm looking for him. All the way in 39th. Thought we would see more from him at the beginning of the season. And Bobby is under Keith Batson now, as we're about to be halfway after this lap's done. And Bobby Fraser up to 8th position, and there's the halfway mark. Matthew Brown still leading. He's led every lap. And Colin, though, hasn't been able to pull away from Joshua or get on the back bumper of Matthew Brown. But I'm sure if Colin could get to the back bumper, we might see a bump and run here from Colin Lindsay in the 3, who desperately needs a good run, maybe even a win to jump him up in the points some. And they are catching this, the lap cars. There you see Carson and Matthew Brown's right here. So we now go on board once again. We'll go on board with Joshua Jones, who's running 3rd. Yeah, they are right there, so... And we are on lap 28 of 50, and we still haven't seen pit stops. I know we'll have them for sure. We should have some pit stops. And Carson, once again, going under Philip Goldberg for 41st. Not too much has changed in about mid-pack. You see Tyler Merkel working on Kathleen Tellier back here. And that is pretty much it for now. Bobby got around Keith Batson. No one else could go. And so Keith back to 9th. And your whole top 5 is right here on one another. But they cannot pass one another. As I am waiting for them to catch the lap traffic. The tail end of the lead lap. Which they're about to do. And once that happens, maybe we'll see some great racing here, and pit stops and all that tied in will be an exciting finish to this long green flag run. As you see Matthew Brown, he's led every lap. He came in here, I don't think he led a single lap. He had led 4 laps in a race before, not sure which race. But yeah, so never mind. But he has already led 31. Which is more than anybody, but of course Martinsville, they're more laps than any of the other races we really go to. So of course you'll see a big difference there at the end when you see that he's led more laps. But you know, this is only a half-mile track where everything else has already been 2.5 mile or 1.5 mile. There you see it. The whole field is about single file, I would say. No real battles going on. I guess you can say Jesse Turner right here battling Michael Harvey. This is all the way in the 29th position. 30th position, as Michael Harvey is actually... Oh, he just got on the wall, it looks like. Michael Harvey and the 89 car Wendy's machine just got on the wall, and he might be falling back some on this outside, as Alexander is on the outside as well, Alexander Russell. Here's Philip Goldberg, but here's Matthew Brown. Same straightaway now. Matthew's led every lap, and we're getting to the end of the race, guys. Only about 15 to go next time by, and we still haven't seen pit stops. Thought we would see pit stops a lot sooner than we have. Matthew Brown just dominating this race. No one seems to get around him, as it looks like your top 3 have kind of pulled away now from the 41 of Anthony Corby and John Arndt, who's in 4th and 5th. Thought they would have caught him. They kind of caught the tail end, but haven't been able to run up there. About 17 seconds. Let's see if they close in any here. 1770 last time by. This time by was a 1785. So they're closing, but they still just haven't caught him. As Colin's right on the back bumper of Matthew Brown. Colin maybe get a run. I feel like if Colin dove to the inside of him sometime, back or front straight away, he could maybe get side by side, and that's where you want to be, is on that inside. You see Colin, he's right here. He's closed it in even more. Can Colin Lindsay maybe get a run here late and steal the win from Matthew Brown? Here's a 21 still right in front of them. And we have a lot of shuffling going on here. Looks like Michael Harvey and Alexander Russell are heading into the back. They are on the outside, as well as Anthony Newton in the 15. Now you gotta think, if they're not gonna pit, which it looks like more than likely we could maybe not see pit stops, then who has enough fuel? If everyone might just gamble the whole 50 laps, as we're already coming to 10 to go next time by, does everyone have enough fuel to make it to the end? Ten to go now at the line from Matthew Brown, Colin Lindsay, Joshua Jones, Anthony Corby, and John Arndt, your top 5, just like all day. And here we go. Bobby Fraser slowly working his way up the field. He's working on 7th right now on the Brandon Bent machine in the 27. Oh, Matthew Brown's out of fuel, I think. Your race leader's out of fuel. That puts Colin Lindsay to the point. And I think this is now where strategy is coming into play. Who has saved enough to make it to the end of the race? And Matthew Brown runs out of gas with about 8 laps to go. He's coasting along. He's either out of gas or something going on. And that's really made all these drivers race now. No Kramer's up here, but Colin Lindsay's your race leader. There you see Anthony Corby get real wide. And we're going to have to check back up on the 10 car. He is coasting down pit road. Not sure if it's out of gas or what, but wow. Colin Lindsay, that puts Colin Lindsay to the race lead. Joshua Jones second now. He doesn't have any rear end damage. I thought he did. And look, Bobby Fraser and Grayson Acevedo racing for, it looks like the 6th position. The 7th position. As not sure what happened to the 10 car. That he definitely not what he wanted after he was leading all those laps. He led the 40 laps of the 50. And they have pretty much caught the tail end, and the 10 car is a lap down. Trying to catch him on pit road, see if we can see his pit stop. He is not on pit road. Is he on the racetrack? He must have already got back on the racetrack. And there he is. He's right here on the racetrack. So I think he was out of gas. Or maybe a loose wheel or something. But heartbreak here for Matthew Brown. And I think Colin, though, is really in the catbird seat. But look, they've caught Carson Scott and Daniel Maxwell. And Joshua Jones could easily use up here his teammate in the 7 as a pick and get around the 3 car. And maybe even get his 2nd win of the season already here. Colin, who's really needed a good run, came in 41st in points. And this win, if he could pull it off, would be a great addition to him. Heartbreak, though, for Matthew Brown. No, we're not sure what happened there. Still, he's 2 laps down. And he is right here. He's like on the tail end of your top 10, but he is a lap down. That moved Noah Kramer into the top 10, by the way. As here's Colin Lindsay. We've got 2 laps to go here. Can everyone else make it to the end? Is the question. As you see, the 16 has really fallen back. Garrett Sidnor. He was running about mid-pack, and he's now fallen back as Carson's going under him. And I think Colin might about to go under him here in the 3. Colin's going to get the white flag here. White flag's out for Colin Lindsay. Colin Lindsay's, it looks like Colin could maybe steal this win from the 10 car. We know the 10 car is not going to win it now, but can he finish, or will Joshua Jones have anything for him right here? I do not think so. I think Colin Lindsay's going to drive it off of 4 right here. And here comes Colin Lindsay. He's going to pick up his first career win and his first win in the Cup Series. Colin Lindsay wins it here. His first win of the season, my bad. Joshua Jones, Anthony Corby, and the 05 will finish, and the 87 Chris Dodd round out your top 5. So Colin Lindsay wins it. Colin Lindsay will win it. Joshua Jones, Anthony Corby, John Arndt, Chris Dodd, Brandon Bent, Grayson Acevedo, Bobby Fraser, Noah Kramer, and John Andrews, your top 10. So race 4 is done after your leader, Matthew Brown, something mysterious went on in his car, made him finish 2 laps down. Hopefully we have a post-race interview from him, and we'll find out what happened. Keith Batson, Miles Jones, Christian Mizrak, Jay Day, Patrick Gill, William Brock, Ryan Madden, Cody Smart, Edwin Mendez, and Iván Alonso is your top 20. Zenick Price, JT Bryant, Dylan LaPrade, Tyler Markle, Ferdinand Gabot, Keith Tellier, Joseph Romanok, Nick Perkles, Matt Johnson, Jesse Turner, your top 30. Alex Tanko, Michael Harvey, James Richardson, Zachary Fitzwater, Mike Tolan, Anthony Newton, Alexander Russell, Philip Goldberg, Daniel Maxwell, Carson Scott, Garrett Sonora, and your pole sitter Matthew Brown will finish last. That is your whole field. Congratulations to Colin Lindsay. We did hit export. Yes. Let's do it one more time just to be safe. We'll go ahead and go put this in points real quick while I'm talking to y'all. But yeah, so next week is Boston, which I think is going to be fun. That whoever wins it will be the inaugural winner. And now on points, you'll see it, of course, very soon. John Arndt moves up to 35th after coming in last. Philip Goldberg moves to last place now. Only driver 100 points out. Y'all see this after this, but where is he? Colin Lindsay moved. So see Lindsay. Come on, where did he go? Oh wow, 32nd. So he gains about 9 positions. And John Arndt went up to 35th. So points have changed a lot. Matthew Brown down to 15th, dropped 5 positions after something went wrong in his car. You're going to see the 3 victory photo next, his burnouts and points. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed this. Congratulations to Colin Lindsay. Like he said, he needed a great run, and he had a great run here at Martinsville. The best you could probably have. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back with Boston in a couple days, in a week. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching.